Hey, what's up guys, it's Lead Pipe here, and today I wanted to talk about the newly released Hazbin Hotel and kind of the controversy surrounding one of its episodes, and in particular one of its scenes, and why I think it's just very tasteless and gross. Now, pretty obviously this is going to get into some spoiler territory, so if you don't want to deal with that, go on Prime, you can watch the first 4 episodes right now or whatever, and that's the last spoiler warning I'm going to give, so now I'm going to dive into this. To give a brief backstory about this show, if you are uninformed, this is an indie animation show that got picked up by A24. It follows the daughter of Lucifer named Charlie Morningstar, Princess of Hell, and her dream to rehabilitate demons rather than an extermination type of purge that the angels take out for overpopulation reasons. And so she has this hotel where she basically runs a rehab for demons. And one of these demons is named Angel Dust. Angel Dust is this kind of former mafioso who has now died and obviously gone to hell, where they become this weird spider porn star. They're a drug addict and extremely sexual in nature, often making uncomfortable quips and comments to the other characters in the show. And one of the darker aspects of his backstory has to do with his pimp Valentino, who has Angel in a slave contract and sexually abuses him. Now, I'm fine with really dark elements being in TV shows such as sexual assault and other, but if you're gonna put that in your show, something so sensitive, you really have to treat it with a lot of care. It can't be tasteless, and the way they treated this in their 4th episode, the final episode currently out, is about as tasteless as it gets. The 4th episode of the show really delves into Angel's trauma and sexual abuse, and it opens up, I kid you not, with Angel showing a CNC, I guess we'll just say, porn flick of himself to the rest of the hotel members as a joke, which, I mean, like, okay, but that's probably not the best opening for an episode where you're tackling sexual abuse. It just immediately seems like you're fetishizing it. Anyways, as you go through the episode, Angel gets called into work. He has a confrontation with his boss, or pimp, I guess, that ends in some abuse. He gets kind of thrown around, and it's really, uncomfortable to watch, but that's honestly fine. I can deal with that. It's what happens next, where it's basically I kid you not, animated, like, porn music video of him being sexually assaulted. It is vile. It's really gross. There's no taste. It feels like it was storyboarded by someone with a CNC kink. It's really just gross, and I get that these things are supposed to make you uncomfortable, but it's not done in the proper way. If you want to put sexual assault or other extremely, complicated, sensitive themes into your show, you really need to make sure that you're treating it the right way, and they do not do it here. It's completely tasteless. It's just really gross, honestly. I would show it, but first of all, I don't think it'd be allowed on YouTube, and second of all, it would get my video pulled by Amazon. But you can easily go find it for yourself online. It's pretty gross, and there's shows that do this so much better. Like, I'm fine with having themes of sexual assault in your show, but you have to treat it properly. Shows that I would say do this so much better would be Moral Oral or BoJack Horseman. You can tackle these subjects, you just have to do it properly, or it feels really fucking gross. Now, there were a lot of SA survivors on Twitter complaining about this, and they absolutely have every single right to. This is something that they're supposed to be able to relate to. If you're basically putting representation of them up on there for a very serious subject, you got to do it right, or it just comes off extremely fucking offensive. They have every right to be offended with this. If you watch it, you'll know exactly what I mean. It's really gross. And when I first saw all the complaints on Twitter when the scene got leaked, I didn't really think it was going to be that bad. I tried to stay spoiler free. I'm like, maybe it's just Twitter being Twitter, because VivziePop does get some unusual amounts of hate sometimes. But no, I watched it. It was by far the worst part of the show. It was terrible. It was an awful scene. It made me just want to puke after. It made me want to take a fucking shower. It was so gross. And that's about all I really have to say on the subject. This is by far the worst part of the show. It's really bad. I don't know how this got through Amazon. What the fuck? Who greenlit this? This is really fucking bad. It's just, when you're taking a subject like this, you have to treat it with so much more care than they did. It's bad. And that's about all I have to say on the subject. This has been Lead Pipe Guy, and my rant is over now, so I'm gonna go.
I'm under your spell, I'm aching, and I'm fading, and nobody can see, I'm your heartbeat, you're a part.
Don't let your kids watch it!